The Ace of Wands is a really powerful card. People often say it's about invention. And of course, what is invention? It is creation. It's thinking something in your mind, getting a thought, and then putting the people and the places and the things together to manifest that thought. It's an act of creation. And over on the Rider-Waite deck, we can see the Ace of Wands shows this large hand holding the wand and rising above the material world, rising high above the mountains. And indeed, the wand is a symbol that we are going to encounter all throughout the Ace of Wands. We see the wand all over the place, from the stage magician, of whom uses it as a type of sleight of hand, to esoteric pictures, such as the Flammarion engraving, where we can see the magician's wand is halfway in and out of the physical world, and he's actually broken through the known world. They've broken through the firmament using the wand, so the wand connects heaven and earth, if you like, in that actual way. And so the Ace of Wands is all about a powerful explosion of creative energy, the energy that can manifest what we actually want, and that energy is going to be followed all the way through all of the Wands cards, and so that's why we start here with this powerful Ace of Wands. In fact, the whole picture that we can see here upon the Thoth Ace of Wands card is this huge outpouring of energy, and of course that is symbolic of other things as well, which we will come to. We've got lightning flashes in the background of the card, and of course lightning flashes when we see thunder and lightning storms. They're vibrant, they're powerful, often quite frightening, and that's what it's actually saying in some regards, that this powerful energetic force that gives birth to creation can actually be relatively almost scary in the way of its power, and that's why the Ace of Wands is used in career readings. It's a powerful push onwards in your career. So over on the Tree of Life, in fact all of the aces are going to be the same here. The aces are connected with the very first Sephiroth on the Tree of Life, of which is Kether. And so just as we were saying, that Kether is pure potential. It's that image in the mind before it's manifested. It's the seed of creation, and that's quite a powerful image that we're going to return to in this particular video, that idea of a seed of creation. And so the Ace of Wands in Kether is that potential, not just of the manifestation we're talking about, the potential of all of the Wands cards, which we haven't seen yet. In fact, we could say that at this stage, the rest of the Wands cards haven't even come into manifestation. They only exist in the mind, and that's the what I call femifestation, which is like the womb of creation, the space where the idea, the manifestation actually grows and is cared for until it is born. And so the rest of the Wands cards are still there, and so Ace of Wands in Kether is the promise that they will actually be born. And of course Kether is that powerful light right at the very top of the actual Tree of Life. And so if we just have a look at the actual Ace of Wands card here on the Thoth deck, we can see that it is comprised out of a very large wand in the centre with 10 flames issuing from it. Now these flames are quite interesting. If we have a look at the flames, they are actually shaped like the Hebrew letter Yod. And this Hebrew letter Yod is very powerful. It's the basis for which all of the other Hebrew letters are actually made out of. And so you can't write any of the other Hebrew words without having created that letter Yod. It's also the first letter and the first pronunciation of the Tetragrammaton. And so yet again, it's saying what we were saying is potential. It's the seed of all of the other words. And so if one wants to speak in ancient Hebrew or write these words, you have to use the letter Yod. And so we have 10 Yods bursting forth from the top of this wand. The 10 Yods here, of course, represent the 10 Sephiroth on the Tree of Life, and so that is saying that everything in the universe is contained within this outpouring of energy. The 10 Sephiroth being symbolic of all of the different experiences in the universe, and really we see that as what the universe is. It's having experience after experience and becoming conscious of itself until everything is experienced. And so that's why we say the universe is expanding. Even in materialistic science, they talk about the universe expanding. It's creating new experiences, of course, as it does so. And so the 10 Yods are the 10 Sephiroth on the Tree of Life. And of course, we will be discussing the paths through these spheres, these what they call Sephiroth, on the Tree of Life throughout the different Wands cards and all of the minor arcana, of which we will come to. So returning to these lightning bolts in the background, there are indeed 18 lightning bolts in the background of the card. And so, returning to the Hebrew, the 18, the Hebrew letter number 18 is Chai. And the word Chai simply means life. It means to be alive. And so when people say, what's the meaning of life? And they say, that this is this deep question which is very difficult to answer. Well, the meaning of life simply means to be alive. And what you do with that life, which is your will, you do as thou wilt. You do your will. You manifest your will. So we are alive. 18 lightning bolts are representing the powerful electrical and energetic existence of life. 18 is also considered to be number 9 in very simple numerology, and therefore is concerned with a type of perfection. We see that in Hinduism, where number 9 is a divine number representing the end of a decimal system or a cycle, which is within their numeral system, and we do see number 9 as 3, 3 and 3, so 3 threes making up number 9, so it's this perfect mathematical equation in that way. And so Chai, life, what's this suggesting? It's saying that all life is springing from that burst of energy that we're actually getting in this card. This is the beginning of life, and this can be life in any number of different ways as well. This number 18, this Chai, life, it's our very soul, our very spirit, the thing, the mysterious force that actually animates us, that lets you sit there and watch the video right now. You're choosing to do that, and there is some type of force inside you that's allowing you to do that. The lightning bolts are also green in colour, and so the green here really represents creativity and fertility, such as the green earth. And we see in the green earth, Jack in the Green man, coming and bringing summer, banishing winter, and giving birth to trees and plants and flowers and all that type of thing. So our green lightning bolts of life itself is a really wonderful symbol. The actual word Chai that we get for that number 18 has the letter Yod in it. Of course it does, because Yod is in all of the characters, and it also contains the word Shet. And so together they mean alive and living. So you can't be alive without living, obviously, and so that's really what it's saying. The meaning of life is simply to be alive. Now the wand itself, now we spoke earlier that the wand is a liminal state in the magician's hand. It can be Kether and Malkuth, or it can be Chesed and Gebarah, the white moon and the black moon, because it connects those two dualities. And so hence you see on even the stage magician's magic wand, you get those little white or black tips on the end, which is a different colour to the rest of the wand, suggesting a duality of light and dark and awake and sleep and all that type of thing. However, we are aware that this is a card of the creation of life and a bursting forth of energy which produces life, which gives the origin of life. And so the wand here can also be the phallus. And we do see this symbol occurring all the way through the cards. We've certainly seen it on certain major arcana cards. And so we have this great phallus here in the middle, surrounded by the electrical activity of life itself. Therefore, the 10 Yods, which are bursting forth from the top of the card, are ejaculated sperm, semen. And once you get that image in your mind, when you see this card, you really do see that. It does look like that. And of course, that's not really supposed to be a pornographic image in any way, shape or form. It's actually meant to be a wonderful image. It's showing a microscopic moment, that it's showing a moment in us of orgasm, of a sexual climax, and of course that powerful energy gives birth to what could be new life. We could also read that symbolism as the sperm and the phallus connecting with the egg, of course, to fertilise, the symbol being duality, and therefore the entire card could be duality. The wand and the Yods could be the macrocosm and the microcosm, the duality and the joining of mankind and the universe. And so we look up at the stars, and metaphorically the stars look back at us. To understand us is to understand the universe, because just like this card, the phallus, if you like, giving that ejaculation of Yods of life. How did the universe begin? We're told it begins in a big bang, and nobody can explain to us what that big bang is. Of course, there is some powerful explosion of creative energy which gave birth to the universe, and so that is what we are actually seeing here as well. So the Ace of Wands is the start of this journey into the actual minor arcana. Even in the Book of Thoth itself, Crowley describes this card as a solar phallic outburst of flame. And so that's like we were saying, it's the universe and us in one wonderful joining of love and of creation. So if you draw this card in your readings, it indicates new beginnings, the origin of a new life of some description. It doesn't have to be a physical life, it can be the life of a project, the life of a new start in life. And so when you get this, you really are in that space of being able to accomplish those goals, of being able to push ahead with whatever it is that you want to give birth to in your life. And that's why it's used a lot in career and work related readings. And so this really is a breakthrough moment of potential, of creation, both in a spiritual and in a physical way. And really it's asking us to find that fire, that passion within our own soul, and push that electrical energy of life deep into it, to animate it and to bring it alive.